just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, you gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got a lot. I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't trying to make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure.
Hey, what's happening, good people? I hope that everybody is having a blessed start to their week here. We're on Hump Day Wednesday. Shout outs to you guys for making it yet another week here. Today we're going to be talking about the 8A certification. I know if you guys have been hanging around me for a while, you probably haven't heard me talk about the 8A. I tried to avoid the conversation so I'm not confusing you guys with information that you probably shouldn't know too much about. But we do need to know something about the 8A. So I am going to touch on the 8A space today. I'm going to break down why I don't believe that everybody should be paying attention to the 8A program, but it is a very, very important program that if you're going to be in the government contracting space, if you want to go to the next level, you're probably going to do it through the 8A program, honestly. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and touch on it. I'm your host, Dr. Davis. I've been doing government contracting for over 11 years. And guess what? We're actually in the 8A program. We graduate in the next 3 years, I believe. Don't quote me on the actual number. I forgot to look it up. But we've been in that space already. And I will tell you, when I first got into the 8A program, I was advised to get in the program by my PTAC agency at the time back then, which is now Apex. And honestly, I shouldn't have listened to it. I wish I knew what I knew now when I first got in it, because I wasted quite a few years not knowing what to do. And that's why I want to make sure I teach you guys how I've learned this process and exactly the pros and cons of it. And then, you get to make the decision what you would like to do as far as jumping into the 8A program. But I promise you this, if you follow my steps that I tell you to do before you get into this 8A program, when you get in it, your life's going to change. So make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out with 3 other small business owners, entrepreneurs that you know need to get involved with government contracting, and you know they need to find out about the 8A program here. Now, before we get started, guys, make sure that you are putting in the chat where it is that you are tuning in from, whether you're listening live or you will be listening on replay. As I always advise you guys, this is an opportunity to network with individuals all across the world, not just right here. Literally, the internet allows you to get all across the world. So you don't want to miss out on a possibility of meeting somebody that could change your life right there in the comments. So make sure you let us know where you're commenting from. And then last but not least, we got to say, I am a millionaire. Remember, it all starts with you. If you don't believe that you could become a millionaire, no matter what I teach you today or any other day, guess what? It will not work. So make sure that you type that I am a millionaire down there in the chat. And when you type it, guys, I want you to mean it when you type that thing. Because we're going to come look back about 6 years from now, 7 years from now, and guess what's going to happen? You're going to see that I am a millionaire, and you're going to be like, man, it actually came true. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of those stories right there for each and every one of you guys, exactly how it did for me. So believe it when you guys do put that stuff down there in the chat. Give me 1 second here. I forgot to add a couple things to this live to get rolling for today, but I'm about to get us started in just a few seconds here. There we go. All right. Let's see who we got in the building today. We got my guy, Timothy. What's going on? I'm glad to see you in the building. Another millionaire out there in Houston, Texas. And shout outs to TTG in the building. What's going on with you? We got Z in the building. I appreciate you as well, Z. Thanks for being part of the community. We truly, truly do appreciate that. ARW, what's happening out in Alexandria, Virginia, right down the street. What's going on with you? I hope that you're having a blessed day. Got Crystal over there on Facebook. Shout outs to you. Appreciate you for being here with us today. Who else we got? We got Jason out in Houston, Texas as well. Hey, I'm a high valuable man. That's what I'm talking about right there. You got to be one of those in today's economy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for being here with us today. Don't forget, if you are on Instagram, I'm going to be going over a few things today. So if you don't want to see that vertical view, you can click on the link in my bio and join us over here on YouTube. As well as if you're on LinkedIn, I have a couple problems with connecting your messages in, but I do have the LinkedIn pulled up on my phone looking at the chat. So if you guys have questions during that time, I'll be able to see your questions on LinkedIn. So I'm not ignoring you guys this time. But by all means, as I go over information today, if you have any questions about anything that I go over, guess what I want you to do? I want you to go ahead, put a Q in front of your question, and then put your question. So that way I can go back and figure out what the heck did I miss, and I'm able to answer your question as we get rolling here. I guess, look, I got to do a whole lot of changes. This is my Instagram account as well. If you guys would like to follow me over on Instagram, it's official Travis Davis, or you can take a screenshot of that right there. I got to move some stuff out of the way. You can take a screenshot of that QR code, pull your phone up right now, scan the QR code. That'll take you over to my Instagram account. And last but not least, if you want more training, more education, more information on business, government contracting, you name it, it's all on my YouTube channel. You can actually go right on over there to my YouTube channel and pick that up right now. Man, look, I gotta make a whole lot of changes over here. Let me move that out the way for you guys so you can actually see. There we go. So you guys can actually get that QR code right there, take a screenshot, and that'll take you over to my YouTube channel as well. But I know what you guys are here for. You're here for today's event. Yeah, I don't want to worry about all of that good stuff right there, but I do got to give you one last housekeeping thing right here. I'm going to put the link in the chat, and this is for dollars to cents Okay, I need you to visit dollarstocents.com. When you share this live recording out with someone, make sure you send the link dollarstocents.com. Have them click on the community tab at the top and join our community. The Pure Money community is completely for free, but this is how you can stay updated with some things that we got going on. I got a lot of stuff that I'm building out right now. I was supposed to already have it done, but I caught Corona last week, so it set me back a little bit. But if you also are looking to volunteer and help out with the community as well, I'll be catching up on that stuff this week too. Those of you who have already sent information to us, I will be reaching out to you guys here real soon. I do apologize for the delay. Had to recover, and now we are back up. So I will be reaching out to each and every one of you guys. Now, we're talking about the 8A program today. How many of you guys even know what the 8A program is? If you know what the 8A program is, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you're not quite sure what it is, right, put that 1. But if you kind of know something about it already, but you're not a pro at it, put a 2 in the chat. At least you know a little bit something about it, right? And once again, this is a space that when we talk about the 8A program, it's a little confusion there to a lot of people, especially depending on, who you hear about the 8A program from. When I heard it, I realized that the person who was telling me about the 8A program never had a business. They didn't have a business that went through the 8A program, and they were kind of reading a script of government of, people telling them to jump into the 8A program. And again, that's not what I want you guys to do. Now, can you get started in government contracting and focus on the 8A program? Yeah, if that is a strategy that you would like to do, by all means, you could get your business started in the government contracting space, put your head down, get into the 8A program, and I'm telling you, you only are going to be focusing on the 8A program, nothing else. Because we got a time limit in this program. It's only around for 9 years. This is really why I don't want you to get into it. My black community, I hear us often ask for 40 acres and a mule. Well, here it is. It's called the 8A program, sitting in front of our face. But I'll tell you this too. I forget the law look, I'm about to draw a blank, so I don't even want to go down with that whole law thing. But they just changed a lot of rules in the 8A program with the government contracting space as well. We used to be able to get in this program based off our race, and you can't do that anymore, right? You have to prove your status, like something has had to happen to you, and you need to write a narrative to prove that you've been disadvantaged. And the door is actually open up to everybody. It's no longer, like I said, based off race that gets you in this program. But we're going to dive into it, okay? We're going to go to the SBA.gov website, so you're not taking my words for anything. I'm going to be talking straight off of SBA.gov. I'm going to show you exactly where you can go locate this information at so you can read it on your own. I always advise people, don't just take my word for anything or anybody else that you hear. The .gov website is the official documentation that matters. It don't matter what I say or anybody else says. If the SBA.gov says it, that is what matters at the end of the day. Okay. And you guys should take that approach to everything, because there's a lot of misinformation on the internet right now. So when you hear people say stuff, you need to go back and validate things. And I want you guys to validate me as well. Don't just take my word for information that I share with you. Do your due diligence there. Okay. And before we dive in here, once again, make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs that you need to hear this information. Let me change my screen here so we can take a look at the first place that we're going to go. And I'm going to help you guys do some research today too. That's not the right screen that I want to go to. Or I think it is. I just need to change here. There we go. All right. So as I stated, we're going to start off here with the SBA, sba.gov. Everybody can type this in, remember it. Once again, this is going to be the place for all government contracting. You know, you want to work with the government, period. Even if you're not working with the government, you should still know about the SBA. Are you trying to open up a restaurant or anything? Like if you are a small business, which is 9 times out of 9, each and every person listening to me, I don't know any large businesses that are listening to me on live. So I'm talking to you. Okay. If you are a small business, I need you to have a relationship with the SBA. It's called the Small Business Administration. It's a whole administration created for every small business out here. I don't care what niche industry you're in. You need to have a relationship with your local SBA. They can help you get money if you need that. They have tons and tons of resources if you can't pay for my type of resources or my programs and whatnot. I mean, there's free stuff over here with the SBA that you could take advantage of. So we want to make sure, we have those relationships with our local SBA offices. But again, we're diving into the 8A. I'm going to be strictly talking about the 8A program today. So you're going to come here to federal contracting and you're going to look under contract assistance programs, and we're going to go down to the 8A business development program. Now, as you guys see, I'm going to start at the program overview here. And they just put this tab up here probably not long ago. I mean, I haven't looked in quite a while, but they put this tab up here because there are important updates. The 8A program actually was shut down for a little while as they filtered through all of the changes that were happening with the DEI programs and all of these new rules that came about. So that impacted the 8A program, and they're going to show us the changes 9 times out of 10 on this website. Now, I'm not going to read through all of the codes and things of that nature, but as you can see, this is for businesses that participate in programs receiving training. Okay, this is what you're going to get when you get into this program. You're going to get training. You're going to get technical assistance that's designed to strengthen your ability to compete effectively in the American economy. Again, it does have a lot to do with government contracting, but it ain't just for government contracting, okay? But a large part of it is for government contracting. Also, eligible participants in the 8A program are small businesses owned by Alaskan Native corporations, community development corporations, Indian tribes, Native American organizations. So organizations can get in the program as well, not just individual business owners. Small business development is accomplished by providing various forms of management, technical, financial, and procurement assistance. That's a key word, procurement assistance. A lot of you guys are going to need that. All right. It says the SBA partners with federal agencies to promote maximum utilization of the 8A program. This is what I'm telling you is really big in government contracting. That's like a large portion of this 8A thing. Participants to ensure equitable access to contracting opportunities in the federal space. Once certified in the 8A program, participants are eligible to receive federal contracting preferences and receive training, technical assistance designed to strengthen their ability to compete effectively in the American economy. Now, I really want to highlight that it says it's to receive federal contracting preferences. That means when you get in this program, you're going to have a preference above everybody else for federal government contracting. This does not impact state contracting or local contracting. This is on the federal level. Does this 8A really make an impact there? Once again, if you guys have questions of anything that I go over today, make sure you put a Q in front of the question and then go ahead and put it in the chat and we will get to your question. Now, here are a few of the benefits of the 8A program. All right. You'll be able to efficiently compete and receive set-aside sole source contracts. Now, you could click there to learn more about what a set-aside and a sole source is, but I'm going to give you a brief overview here, right? So, The government requires every agency to spend at least 23%. It could have went up. I know Biden was trying to get it at 50% to be spent with small businesses, but I know it's mandatory. At least 23% of the budget goes to small businesses. Well, in order to break that down, small businesses equal businesses that are in the 8A program, women-owned businesses, veteran-owned businesses, hub zones, etc., etc. Each one of those certifications have a certain percentage that must be spent. So in the 8A program, there's a certain percentage of all contracts must go into this 8A program. Now, the sole source side of it is that, for instance, I won a $4 million contract in the 8A program. I didn't have to compete. It was sole sourced directly to me. I didn't have to go up against 30, 40 different other companies. That's one of the beauties about this program. This is why I'm telling you, you do need to know about it, but you don't want to jump in it because there's a time limit. All right. You get to receive one-on-one business development assistance for the 9-year term. So you're going to be in here for 9 years inside of this program, and you're going to get that one-on-one business development. I'll tell you guys, from a person that's in the 8A program, I don't quite know what that one-on-one business development is, but maybe it's me. I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's me, and I didn't do my due diligence with staying on top of my SBA rep. But I ain't get that one-on-one. They called a couple times, but I don't know what they talk about this one-on-one assistance. Again, it could be me. I don't know. You get to pursue opportunities for mentorships from experienced and technically capable firms through the SBA Mentor Protege program. Now, this is really huge because you can now go partner with a Lockheed Martin, right? You can now. I need to bring it back because somebody may say, Travis, you said I could partner with Lockheed Martin. Like, why they not partnering with? Because they don't know who you are. Just because we're reading this and the capability of doing it is there, don't mean that they have to. This is now business to business. So if you're going to do the Mentor Protege program, that's like a business to business relationship that you got to build. And it's kind of like a marriage to me. Okay. You need to pick wisely. Don't just pick anybody to be a partner. Like this is life-changing money right here. And I'm not going to lie, the same way that you were worried about somebody taking your $20, well, it gets even nastier the more money that is being made. So I'm just telling you, be mindful on who you do a partnership with, because it could crush you possibly, or it could be the best marriage that you ever had in your life for the next 9 years. But the beauty about this program, when you get into the Mentor Protege program, that large business, and you should really only get in a mentor protege relationship with a large business. There's no need for me and you to be in a mentor protege program. We're both two small businesses. Like the benefit just ain't there. The benefit is with a large business. Okay. So we're going to take our time and our due diligence to find out which large business should we be getting in this relationship with. And what's going to happen is they can now assist you. They can assist you with a lot of things. They can help you with money, whatever tools and stuff that they got access to, they can just directly help you with, right? And it's open. Everybody knows it. Okay. That's the whole purpose of the program. It's different than a joint venture, right? Joint venture, like, I can't help you with money. I can't give you money. Okay. I can't help you with certain resources because it'll look like I'm running your business. But with that mentor protege, completely different. And I could utilize their past performance too. And we can actually we can be in the mentor protege program. So let's say I'm Lockheed is my mentor, or I'm their mentee, they're my mentor. I can also do a joint venture agreement with my mentor. Okay? So this is just strategic things that you'll realize as you learn more about the 8A certification. You get to connect with procurement and compliance experts who understand regulations in context of business growth, finances, and government contracting. As I said, pursue joint ventures with established businesses. I told you could do that. You could qualify to receive federal surplus of property on a priority basis. If you're in that lane of dealing with surpluses, that's not my lane. I don't deal with that. You can receive free training from the SBA. Absolutely, the SBA builds relationships with other contractors that have built out software, and you'll actually get free access to some of those softwares. Even myself, I'm looking to partner with the SBA with my SB Money Flow, and hopefully I'll be able to offer it into this program, and the individuals that get in it can take advantage of it. Now, the 8A certification qualifies your business to be eligible to compete for program. Listen to me here. To compete for program sole source and competitive set-asides. Now, if a opportunity is put into the 8A house, it can't leave. So that means every 4 or 5 years, whenever it's coming up for recompete, it's gotta stay in that 8A program. It can't come out of the 8A program once it's in there. So if it's a 8A opportunity that you got to compete on, you're only competing with companies who are in the 8A program. Now imagine if you're in that 8A program and you got a relationship with a Lockheed Martin, they're your mentor, or you got a joint venture with Lockheed or Booz Allen or KPMG, Mantech, some of those large organizations. I mean, you're going to be pretty competitive, and you're going to eliminate a lot of other individuals that's inside of that program. But the main goal is to get sole sourced, right? Now you want to have two. You want to put both of them in what we call our pipeline, because you never know which one is going to take off. Now, the government authorizes sole source contracts under the 8A program for up to $7 million. That means if you find a contract for $6 million, there's a strong possibility you don't have to compete. They can directly award it to you. I told you I got the $4 million directly awarded to me. No competition. I just had to write the proposal and they agreed upon it. All right. And of course, it depends on the NAICS code. I do want to make that disclaimer as well. And $4.5 million for all other acquisitions. Okay. So like IT, $4.5 million, probably construction will take you up there to the $7 million. All right. Entity-owned 8A program participants are eligible for sole source contracts above these thresholds, which means that you can go above the $7 million or the $4.5 million, but the Department of Defense requires approval for that. Now look at this. If the 8A sole source contract exceeds $100 million, do you hear me? So there's a possibility that you can get sole source, no competition contracts of over $100 million if it's signed off on. That's it. You need a signature. All other federal agencies require approval of sole source 8A contract actions that exceed $25 million. So once you get over $25 million of any agency outside of the DOD, you need to get authorization for sole source. I hope y'all are reading and understanding that correctly. Once again, make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, that subscribe button, share this out with 3 other business owners, entrepreneurs who need to find out about this 8A space. It is life changing. You don't want to miss out on this. All right. 8A programs are eligible to compete for contract awards under other socioeconomic programs or small business set-asides they qualify for. So if you're like in the women-owned small business, you could still win your women-owned small business contracts, and it won't be an 8A. Like, you could still get that women-owned by itself. Now, to qualify for the 8A program, this is huge. You got to be a small business. You guys are all small business, all right, for the most part. Again, if you listen to me, 9 times out of 10, you're a small business. 9 times out of 9. Okay? You cannot have previously participated in the 8A program. You must be at least 51% ownership of the business. And you got to be a U.S. citizen that meets one of the socially and economically disadvantaged statuses. So that women owned, that veteran owned, trying to think of all the other ones. Look, I told you COVID got in my head, so I'll be drawing blanks, but you guys get it, okay? You can't have a personal net worth over $850,000. So $850,000 or less, you are eligible to be in this program. Your adjusted gross income can't be over $400,000. And your total assets cannot be over $6.5 million. That's a lot of money. So most of us ain't got to worry about that at that point. Now, when you get into the 8A program, you do need to be mindful and stuff, you know, as you're making all of this money that you're going to be making, you're going to be making a lot of money. Okay. You don't want to graduate out of the program. I mean, that's the key. You don't want to graduate out until it's time, right? If we're at like year 8, right? You got 9 years. Like if you're at year 8 and you got an opportunity to take on a $400 million contract, which is going to graduate you out of the program, by all means, go ahead and do it. But you don't want to take on that type of opportunity in your year 2 into the program. Like that's just a waste. Like let somebody else take that on, because we want to make sure we're taking advantage of this program for the next 9 years, right? And I'm going to teach you guys a strategy for those of you that want to dive in head first to the 8A program. Even if you don't want to dive in head first, you should still take this strategy, because I told you all of you guys want to get into this program. And I wish I knew this strategy when I first started, but unfortunately, the internet wasn't like it is today, right? I had to learn from a person that was sitting at PTAC that never did this a day in their life, so they couldn't give me a strategy. You want to demonstrate good character. You want to demonstrate the potential for success, such as having been in business for 2 years. Now, I want to make a note right there. Okay, you want to demonstrate potential for success. Now, it says such as. See, I'm really big on words. It didn't say you must be in business for 2 years. It says such as having been in business for 2 years. So that means that we can get through that loophole of being in business for 2 years as long as we can demonstrate the potential for success. Now, of course, you got to figure out, what is the definition of their potential for success? It's probably a business that's already running, operating, and generating quite a bit of revenue. And you could prove to them like, hey, look, I don't need to sit back for 2 years. Like we're up and running and we got money flowing in. I'm ready to dive in so we can get through the 2 years that they're showing right there. But if you can't, by all means, then 2 years is what they're going to be looking for. All right. It says the 8A certification lasts for a maximum of 9 years. The first 4 years are considered the development stage. Well, see, I don't want you guys to spend 4 years developing. We're going to develop before we get into the program, because them first 4 years, we were going to be making a whole lot of money. We ain't going to be doing like I did, developing. Okay? We're going to be smart about this. Do not listen to people who tell you to get in this program and develop in the first 4 years. That's just craziness to me. Again, I wish I knew this stuff. If I would have known it, I would have never got in it yet. I would have been in it by now. And the last 5 years are considered the transition stages. Well, here's the thing. A lot of businesses, they get in the 8A program. When they get out of the program, they end up closing up shop because all of their money was coming through the 8A program. And that is not what the government want. That is not what they intended to happen when they created this program. They intended this program to help you along your journey, put money in your pocket so you can make investments back into your business, so you could do business with other businesses. You could do business with consumers. And most importantly, you can take contracts from other areas of the government, not just the 8A program. But again, a lot of companies get in here, they make 30, 40, $50 million and, they get complacent and their 9 years run out and they can't get those 8A contracts anymore. Now, again, I'm going to teach you guys a little something here later of how you should strategize your exit. Okay. And the reason a lot of businesses strategize their exits. So as I teach you about that exit strategy, understand everybody in the 8A program. Well, I don't want to say everybody, a majority of the companies in the 8A well, not even majority. Half of the companies in the 8A program utilize the strategy that I'm going to tell you. And honestly, you would be a fool if you're in the 8A program and not utilize the strategy. All right. Now, to apply for the 8A certification, of course, you guys can read through this stuff right here. It'll teach you about the application process. Now, something different in the 8A program today from when I had to do it, you have to write a narrative. Back in the day when I joined in, and I actually had to go back and write the narrative last year when they changed the laws and whatnot. Everybody who was in the 8A program actually had to do this narrative. So don't think that anybody is skipping the narrative portion of it. This is the new rule. And if you are in the program already, you had to do it too. Now, of course, you do have to maintain your eligibility. So just because you get in it don't mean that you stay in it. Right? You can graduate early by making too much money or having too many employees. Or if you don't file the annual review right here, which I hate that annual review. It drives me insane. But just like any other certification, MBE, DBE, 8A, they're going to have an annual review there that you're going to have to go through and make sure you fill out all the information. All right. Now, let's dive into some meats and potatoes of the 8A program. And why am I so passionate about making sure you take your time before you dive into this thing? And I'm going to show you guys an easy way to get yourself certified. I actually got myself certified in the 8A program. I've been able to help other businesses get into the 8A program as well because of the way that we do it. It just makes it very, very simple. Now, I haven't done it in a few years, but, the government doesn't change too many things. The only thing they've changed with it is adding that narrative. But let's take a look. Here's what you want to do. When you go through the 8A process of filling out that form, they're going to give you a whole list of things that they require to submit into the application. Now, I highly advise you guys, all you need to do is get a folder. Okay, here's my folder. See if I can make this a little bigger for you guys so you can see. Okay, there we go. So here's my folder. Where did I go? 8A. Look for 8A. Where is my 8? There we go. I created a folder called 8A. Okay, there's my award letter. After I won, you go ahead and get the award letter or whatnot. You're going to have a business plan. So get that in your mind as well, that you will need a business plan. But I literally took every single 8A section and I created a folder. And there's 4 stages that are in the 8A program, stage 1 through 4. I created that folder for it right there. And literally at every stage for everything that they asked for, I created another folder for it. Now, here's the kicker. Once you put everything in the folder, you've completed the packet. If you don't put the stuff in the folder, then you don't have the packet completed. It's just that simple. Now, the kicker to this, guys, is when you fill out this packet, okay, and you submit this packet, you must answer every single question that they ask you. Do not leave a question blank. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. So if I go right here, like stock certificates, right? You may be saying, well, Travis, like, I ain't got no stock certificates. Well, you know what? Let me take that one back because I believe I had some there. Let me see. I think this one. Nope. Nope. So you just, for that, you would fill out that form and turn it in. I got to go to one of the other folders. I'll show you guys. One that I know that I don't have one for notarized, no, stage 3. All right, let's take a look at the tribal card. All right, so if you're not a Native American, you don't have a tribal card, right? But they ask you that question in the packet. Can we get your tribal card? All you got to do is literally fill out the form. You should always have a letterhead, right? A letterhead is having your logo on a Word document, and that is a letterhead, okay? On the letterhead, I put the name of the company. I put the date. I say who it's from. I'm the president representative of the company. I am issuing this to the U.S. Small Business Administration, who's over the 8A certification process. And I'm just letting them know a tribal card is not applicable to me. I sign it and date it. That is an answer to their question. That simple. But never, ever, 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 ever leave a question unanswered. This is how you make sure you answer that question. Every single one of these, bankruptcy. Guess what? I ain't filed bankruptcy, but how are they supposed to know that you haven't filed bankruptcy if you don't answer the question, right? You never leave it blank because you're just saying, whoa, well, that don't apply to me. What a reader of the application don't know what applies to you and what doesn't. This is why you get rejected, because you do not answer the questions. And this is for every certification. It ain't just 8A. You should always, always answer every question just the same way that I'm showing you. So as you guys can see, every stage is going to require different documentation. You're absolutely going to need to have your own business bank account. You need to be filing your taxes. Okay, so you're going to need tax returns. You ain't getting in this program if you owe taxes and all that stuff, right? You ain't filing taxes. You ain't getting in this. You got to have evidence that you are the highest paid employee, right? Nobody can be making more money than you unless they're like a subject matter expert for a certain contract or opportunity out there. And like, you know, they're just really needed on that project and they're absolutely going to make more money than you. Then by all means, that can work. But for the most part, the government doesn't want you to be a pass-through. That's why they're saying you got to show evidence that you're the highest paid employee. Because if you ain't the highest paid employee, just imagine if you got a company and every single person in the company is making more money than the owner of the company. Well, there's a problem. You're trying to cheat the system. You're getting over somewhere and it's showing, because it's impossible that everybody makes more money than the owner. So you have to make sure that you got evidence to show that you're the highest paid employee. You got to list all of your subcontractors. You got to list every single client that you got by name and value, right? You got to turn in your personal tax returns as well as your business tax returns. You got to have your financial statements. This is why I advise you guys to invest in QuickBooks, right? QuickBooks, so you could just go hit the button. Now, I'll tell you, when I got in this program, I ain't have QuickBooks. I did this stuff nasty, right? My balance sheets, look at this thing. It was nasty. But I was able to pull it off in the beginning. This is all done through Excel, all right? So I'm not saying that you can't get past with it, but, you know, we got too much technology out here that, honestly, you should make the investment, get the proper technology so you can click the buttons, get that profit loss statement and things of that nature. Stage 1 documentations, what do we got here? Your bylaws. This is all of the stuff that you should be filing when opening your business, the article of incorporation, your board of directors. Every business should have meeting minutes. Even if you are in business by yourself right now, every month you should be meeting with yourself and you should document your meeting minutes. You should be telling yourself what you're going to be doing each and every month through meeting minutes, right? If you have rental agreements, by all means, this is where you're going to put it at, okay? Now, I'll tell you, if you're running your business out of your house, so when I did this, and still till today, the headquarters of my business is home. So if somebody tells you that you can't run your business out of your house, like you can't do this government contracting thing out of your house, well, you should stop listening to them. Because I'm in the 8A program. I'm running and operating a multi-million-dollar contracting business out of my house as the headquarters. Now, what I will tell you is I created a contract, just like if you was to go rent an office space from anywhere else. I'm renting my office from me. My company has an EIN number. I own my house. I wrote up a contract to rent a portion of my house, my office, from me. It's all right here in the rental agreement. I ain't got nothing to hide. You need insurance. Okay, absolutely. You got to have insurance. Now, shout outs to my guy Primo with State Farm. All right, if you guys need some good insurance, man, this is my guy, man. I'll show you guys his number by all means. Alistair Primo. He is located here in the Washington, D.C. area. Definitely hit him up. You can go Google him. And, I like having a relationship with my insurance agent because a lot of times you got to make changes and things on your insurance document. And, with the relationship that I have with him, I can pick up the phone and I can get the changes made in less than 24 hours. But most people don't have relationships with their insurance person. I advise you to have one. If you got any licenses, then you would go ahead and put that stuff in there. Proof of citizenship, your resume. You do got to have your resume. You're going to screenshot your SAM profile to make sure that you're in there. If you do have shareholders with meeting minutes, you get that stuff in there as well. And that'll be your stage 1 documentation. Your stage 3 documentation, this is just going to ask like bonding. If you're in construction and need bonding, you're going to have to show that. Bankruptcies, what else is this asking? Assumed name certification. Most of this stuff you guys won't be a part of. I'm not going to lie, unless you're into construction. If you have relatives, now, I want to make sure I'm clear on this portion of it. If you have relatives that are in the 8A program, when I started this, my aunt was in the 8A program, and I thought that she was going to stop me from being in the 8A program because it said relatives. Well, the way that the government is looking at relatives, they're looking for your wife, your father, your kids. Not your auntie, your uncle, your grandmothers, and things of that nature. They're looking for immediate family. If any of them have been in the 8A program, then they're going to make you not eligible to be in the 8A program. So parents, don't you get in this 8A program and play around with it, because you're going to mess it up for your kids. If you're not ready for it, just leave it alone and allow your children, as they get older, to take a crack at this 8A program. If you got trust, you need to go ahead and include that in there as well. Your stage 4 documentation, this is the forms that they have, your certificate of good standing. If you change ownership, your economically disadvantaged narrative, okay, because you're going to be writing towards that. And here's the one that I was telling you guys earlier, where I said that whole 2 years, okay. Well, here you guys go. What did I do? I have worked in a let me blow this up, because, people always be talking. I tell you, man, people just be talking to talk. I don't know what they be talking about half the time, but you do not have to wait 2 years. This is how I got through it. I literally purchased the company, Malmar, 2016, and I got into the 8A program 2016. I've worked in the technology industry since I was 16 for quality technology on numerous clients' contracts. I performed every duty exceptionally well that I was able to take on managerial roles quickly. 3 years of project management and 2 years of relationship management helped to develop management. Look, I even messed up right there. Helped to development me into a successful owner today. I have worked to help grow my capital, and I'm in position to take out a loan if needed since growing my relationship with PNC. I lied right there too. PNC wouldn't give me no money. Malmar has performed successfully on numerous contracts with Signature Management Group. Shout outs to Signature Management Group. They stole $82,000 from me as a subcontractor. Kim, what is Kim's last name? Kim Logan, the owner of Signature Management Group. She walked off with my money. Look, I got robbed a lot during the process of me learning business. I'm not even gonna lie to you. NCUA is the National Credit Union. We was working a contract with them, and Quality Technology was a major player to helping me grow. So shout outs to them. Within the last 2 years, with Malmar's performance within the past 2 years, I hope that it will justify the necessity of the 2-year in business waiver. So just like that, they waived it based off my narrative that I wrote. And then, of course, you got to get everything notarized and put all that stuff up in there. And that's the 4 stages. You keep yourself organized. You make sure you answer every single question, and you too can get your 8A certification with absolutely no problem. Now, strategy of the 8A program. If you guys are understanding what I've told you so far, drop a fire emoji down there in the chat. Let me know that you guys are keeping up with me, that this all makes sense thus far, no matter which platform you're on. Once again, LinkedIn, I am watching you guys on the chat this time. Also, if you guys have questions about anything that I go over, feel free to ask your questions in here. I've been in the 8A program for, what are we at, year 6 now? Okay, so we're about to get up out of there soon. By the way, just FYI. All right. But anyways, make sure, again, you guys are hitting that like button, that subscribe button. Share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs, business owners that you know need to hear about this 8A program as well, so they can find out the truth about this. Now, strategy of the 8A program. As I told you guys, this is a 9-year thing. You got 1 or 2 options. Option 1 is you learn business, you learn government, you win government contracts first, you build relationships up with the government personnel first, and you will know when to go get your 8A program or your 8A certification. You'll know because that customer that's in the government, they'll say, hey, Travis, are you in the 8A program? We got some opportunity. Now we need to start looking to go get into the 8A program because we got opportunities sitting in front of our face. Now, if you guys listen to me the way that I've been teaching you guys to do government contracting, period, you should already have relationships with companies that are in the 8A program. So when the government calls on you and say, hey, Travis, are you in the 8A program? And I'm not, that opportunity could be due next month. Well, you ain't going to get in the 8A program that fast. So I need to call one of my friends that's in my tool belt and say, hey, I got an opportunity for you that we can partner on. See, this is what I be trying to tell people. You bring people work. You bring millionaires opportunities. You already do all of the leg work and you sit the opportunity on the millionaire's desk and let them know, hey, I just need you to partner. I've already done all of the leg work. And now, just like that, you're able to literally have a real relationship with the company that's in the 8A program because you guys are going to work on that contract together. And that is going to be the start of you getting into this 8A program. All right. Now, as I said, that's the first option, to make money and get contracts first. The second option is for those of you who really are saying, hey, Travis, look, man, I don't have time to play around. Like, I'm serious about this thing. I'm ready to dive in right now and put my head down. But I'm only going to focus on the 8A program and nothing else. That can be done. I should have did that earlier. I just didn't know any better. Because you can absolutely get in the 8A program, put your head down and only focus on 8A opportunities, and that'll work out for you. But for the most part, most of y'all ain't going to be there yet because you ain't going to know government terminology. You ain't going to have the relationships yet on the government side. And it's just going to be a long, tedious process, and you're just going to be wasting time. You're also going to feel like it ain't working. And I mean, it ain't working because it's a process and you just ain't been a part of it long enough. But you can do it. I'm not going to say that you can't put your head down and focus and literally dive into the 8A certification process and get awarded 8A contracts within a year. It's extremely possible to do. But it's going to take a lot of leg work, a lot of grunt work from you, a lot of sleepless nights from you, by all means. Now, if you do my strategy I told you to do and go win some work first, well, you're going to literally say, hey, Travis. Well, matter of fact, let me ask you guys this. Based off what I've told you guys for the 8A program thus far, okay? What would be a qualification that you would look for in a business to build a relationship with that's going to help you excel in the 8A program fast when you get involved in it? Like, it's just one main qualification that I'm looking for when it comes to these businesses. The first one, it could be a couple other ones, but what would be the first main qualification based off the requirements and eligibility? Let me not even say requirements. Based off the eligibility of staying in the 8A program. Maybe I need to come back here. Where we go? Eligibility. Where is it at? Maintaining eligibility. All right, that one's not there. It was one term. Ain't nobody came up with an answer yet? I don't know, huh? Man, where was that? Let me do a Control F. Control F. 9. 8A certifications last a maximum of 9 years. What else did we see? It said the last 5 years are considered transition. So wouldn't it behoove me to go find businesses that are in their last 5 years of the 8A program? Because they about to get up out of there. They can't access no more 8A contracts once they get up out of there. So if I build the relationships with the businesses that are getting ready to transition out, guess what will happen? This business should be coming up with an exit strategy in their transition plan. A part of that exit strategy will be you. You will be their plan. They will be banking off you getting in the 8A program, you becoming the prime contractor of the work that they used to have when they was in the 8A program, and they'll be your subcontractor. They're going to get 49% of all of the 8A contracts that they used to have, while you get 51% of it because you got to lead the show now. You the lead dog. You the one with the 8A certification. I want to make sure I got the relationships with the people who are getting up out of there. The reason I said 5 years is because, look, these people should be making millions of dollars. They don't just want to hear from you just because you like, hey, I heard this guy talking on the internet about the 8A program and you going to graduate, you need some help. They don't care. It takes time to build the relationship up. You got to wine and dine this thing like a marriage, right? So it could take you a year to build the relationship with a company. It could take you 2 months. I don't know. You got to figure that part out for yourself. But a strategy should be finding companies that are getting ready to graduate so it can roll over to you. What will happen is this company right here, maybe 3 years left, 2 years left or whatnot, they're going to bring you on as a subcontractor. Now, you ain't going to get 49% of the work. They may give you a butt in a seat, like one person or something like that, but that gives you past performance on the project, as well as they get to go talk to the customer and say, hey, customer, this guy, Travis, right here has been my partner, whether you know it or not. They've been a subcontractor. They already had a butt in a seat right there. So, hey, you should sole source the opportunity directly to Travis's new company. Don't go look for nobody else. We already found the company with you. And hey, FYI, we're going to be their subcontractor so you can have confidence that we're still going to execute this contract at the same value that you were getting it before. And that is how you ultimately run this 8A program. Now, as you go to get into year 9, I want you to get as many 8A contracts as you can. Year 8, 9, get as many 8A contracts as you can. If you could get $1 billion in 8A contracts in that last 2 years, get it. Graduate out of the program, because here's what's going to happen. If you win $1 billion in the 9th year, you're still going to keep the 8A contracts for the next 5 years. You just can't go get no new contracts. But if you sign a deal at year 9, I mean, you signed the deal. They got to keep the contract for 5 years. Well, of course, every year is the option, but you're going to have that opportunity for the next 5 years, even at, well, it will be 4 years. So you would get it the last year, which will be the first year, and then you're going to have 4 option years after that. And then you're going to have to roll that over to another company to go after again, okay? So again, that's the options that you're going to go right there. For the 8A program specifically, that's all I'm talking about today is the 8A program. Once again, if you guys got any questions about anything that I go over, feel free to put them in the chat and I will go over those here soon. Also, make sure that you guys visit travisknows.com. You'll be able to access all of the things that we got going on, man. We got something amazing coming up June the 2nd, our 30-day Small Business GovCon Challenge. This is where I'm going to be teaching you guys for 30 days how to set yourself up as a government consultant, okay? And that's really the key to all of this 8A stuff. Like, if you can become the best consultant, man, you're going to run real fast because you're going to build the relationships up with the other businesses. That's the key to consulting. You build relationships with the other businesses. You help them succeed so you can prepare yourself for things like the 8A program. We're going to be starting that off June the 2nd. Don't worry about the January the 2nd. It is June the 2nd will be the next challenge. You can go ahead and click there and get yourself started. I'm about to show you guys what we've done with SB Money Flow to help with this 8A program that's going to blow your mind. If you want to get involved with SB Money Flow, by all means, the link is here for you. In the 30-day challenge, we will be utilizing SB Money Flow as well. I highly advise you guys to join my community. It's completely for free. If you need consultations, that'll be located right here on Travis Knows as well. If you need money, I know a lot of y'all need money. My company, well, it's not my company. The company that I like to work with that has completely helped change my life, a Ladder Financial Group, they'll put you in the best position to get money, whether you need to get it through secured or unsecured loans, credit cards. They're going to work with you to make sure they get you in the best situation. So definitely check them out, get your funding. I told you need QuickBooks, okay? QuickBooks actually has a deal going on that you get 70% off for 3 months until May 31st. So definitely make sure that you guys take advantage of that. And one of my favorite credit cards to use is your Amex card. Also, let me refresh right here. I thought I changed this. I probably did. I just probably forgot to change the name. Let's see. Nope, I didn't. I thought I updated that, but I'll go back and check it again. But I'll put the reading list right here so you guys can take a look at my reading list for any books that I'm reading and check that stuff out. I told you. Oh, you know what? I forgot to hit publish. So let's see if it went ahead and changed now. Nope. I'll get that reading list up there. Now, let's get into SB Money Flow. Let's take a look at what we did here to help you guys out with this whole 8A thing. I'm going to go down here to my GovCon Marketplace. When you get logged into SB Money Flow, you come down here on your left-hand side. You go to GovCon Marketplace. Make sure that you do log in here. If it's your first time getting SB Money Flow, you need to check your email to make sure you get your login for the GovCon Marketplace here. Now, I'm not going to go through all of this research and things of that nature because we're focusing on the 8A, okay? Now, I told you one of the keys to the 8A is the businesses that are already in the 8A program. Now, can anybody, those of you that have been following me, what is the best way to build a relationship with another business? What do I always tell you is going to be your best way to build a relationship with somebody? Does anybody know? Put it in the chat. Drop it down there in the chat. How is it best to build a relationship with somebody? Let me take this 30-day challenge off there. All right. In the meantime, while y'all typing that in there, I know we got like a 50-second delay. Make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, that subscribe button, hit that share button. Let 3 other business owners, entrepreneurs know what we got going on over here so they can get their life changed with government contracting as well. And most importantly, they can learn the proper way of doing the 8A program on this live video right here. All right. Well, I guess you guys don't know the proper way of building a relationship. Well, I'll tell you this. Sending an email is not building no relationship. Sending no text messages ain't building no relationship. The only way to build a relationship is I need to look at you in your eyes. I got to shake your hand and kiss your baby. And the reason why I always say shake hands and kiss babies is because I could go around and ask probably 1,000 people and 900 people will tell me you're not about to hold my baby as a stranger. I don't know who you are. You ain't touching my baby. But when you know me, oh, you'll let me babysit. So when I say shake hands and kiss babies, like I'm trying to meet you at a level of trust to allow me to hold your baby because now we can do business together, right? Face to face will always be the number one way to build a relationship. I don't care if it's government or anything else. That's the reason people go on dates, right? You build the trust with your significant other through dates, face to face. Don't they always say, I'm getting tired of texting what you doing all day and we don't go nowhere, right? Because you can't build that trust through email and text messages, through DMs. That's not how that works. When I can look at you in your eyes and we can have a genuine conversation and then my gut can tell me like, yo, you're a trustworthy person because I got to see you as you was putting words out of your mouth, pause. Now I build trust with you. So with SB Money Flow, first thing we're going to do is come over here to businesses. Well, guess what? Over 100,000 businesses are registered in SAM.gov. Only 75,000 of them are active. So the first thing I'm looking for active businesses. The next thing I'm looking for is I'm going to say, hey, I need businesses that have a 8A certification. Out of those businesses, only 5,000. Well, no, not only 5,000. This is pulling some of my NAICS code stuff too. But let's just keep it like 5,000 of those businesses are in the 8A program. Okay? Now, if I was a women-owned business, I'd probably look at women-owned too, because, women like to work with women. So I'd probably go talk to some women. Okay? Because we need to build a relationship up with the businesses that are graduating. Well, women like to work with women. So, go ahead and find that one graduating. I ain't saying that you can't work with men. I go for path of least resistance first. So now that I got the 8A right there, the next thing I'm going to do is say, okay, well, 1,700 of those businesses make less than $1 million. 2,100 of those businesses are doing between $1 million and $10 million. Now, I like these two right here because, this $500 million company, $1 billion company, they probably ain't going to sit down and listen to me. But this company that's making less than $1 million, that's making $5 million, oh, they want more money. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So they're willing to sit down and listen to me. So I'm going to go ahead and check those. Now, I told you face to face is the way to build a relationship. I'm not about to call, well, all of these are in my state. I think I may have already put that over here. But I'm not about to go call somebody in Texas and I'm all the way up here in the DMV area. That just wouldn't make sense. They're going to hang up the phone on me. They're not going to answer my email. They're probably going to tell me some BS over the phone just to get me off the phone because they can't see me. Now, by all means, if all arrows was pointing to a company in Texas that I need to build a relationship with, I'm going to jump on that plane and go to Texas. That's just what's going to happen. I'm going to get on the plane. I'm going to book a room near them. And for the next 2 weeks, I'm just going to be annoying. And I'm going to make sure that they know who I am. Okay. But this is what we did with SB Money Flow. You can actually come down here and go, okay, well, granted, we're in the DMV area, so I can go Maryland. I can go Virginia. Did we not get District of Columbia in here? Let's see. Guess I need to go back over there. Get District of Columbia. All right, we ain't got District of Columbia up here. All right, so I'll just take Maryland and Virginia. That's fine. I got 1,100 companies in Maryland and Virginia that I can start paying attention to that are making anywhere between $1 million to $10 million. Why would I talk to anybody else? So honestly, you could get a VA, and start assigning them tasks. Of course, I'm not saying don't email the people. That may be my first line. I email everybody out and see if anybody needs assistance or whatnot, try to build that relationship up. But in the meantime, I'm trying to figure out who the main players are so I can be at the conferences that they attend. I can go to the industry days that they attend. And you may be saying, well, Travis, how do I know what industry day they attend? Well, if I click on one of them right here, we're looking at Alliance One. They're located in Aberdeen, Maryland, not too far away from me. Here is their point of contact. Here's their email address and their phone number. I call them right now. They graduated out of the program in 2024. This year they graduated. So it's a little too late, honestly. They graduated in February. They ain't got no exit plan. Now, granted, they may have a contract that they just got awarded, and they may not have an exit plan for that. So I ain't saying that I ain't going to call them, but they're not going to be at the top of my list. But here is the other kicker right here. I can see the NAICS codes that they're utilizing to get paid. That is what I want to see. Now, what I also would do is jump over to something like USA Spending, right? So I could take this company, where are we at? I could take their number right here, okay? I could come over to usaspending.gov, or I'll do FPDS, it's just, we can see a little bit more. I'm going to put their UEI number in, Alliance One Group, and what does it tell me? Oh, they're with the defense microelectronics activity. Now I understand where they get their 8A money from, right? Now, if they're getting their money from Department of Army for the 8A, guess what industry day I should be showing up to? See, none of this stuff is hard. It just takes time to research. This is why when people ask me stuff like, Travis, no, I don't want to do this research for you. I don't even like doing it for myself. So no, I don't want to do this for you for free. This is why people pay me money to do this for them, because they don't want to do it either. But if you want to take your own self to the next level, where you're going to have to do this research. Everything don't just fall in your lap. So you're going to have to figure out, okay, Department of Army and NAVSEA, I need to show up to their industry day. It's that simple. And then I'm going to look when I'm there at the industry day for somebody representing Alliance One Group. Alliance One Group ain't going to be at the Department of Energy Industry Day. They don't have no Department of Energy contracts. So why are you at Department of Energy? This is why I keep trying to tell y'all, you got to focus. If ain't none of your customers is making the money that you want to make at that industry day, why the hell are you there? It's just that simple. I need to be where the money resides. It's sitting in front of my face. So now all of a sudden I go back to SB Money Flow and I could just start compiling the list of all of this stuff. This is why I told you can get a VA to do this legwork for you, right? I can get a VA to go through all of these businesses right here and go, okay, well, this business graduates in 2027. And now I got a spreadsheet of all the businesses that are graduating in each year. So I know who to go attack first and build the relationships up with first, right? It'll start making sense to you. But until you do this legwork, well, it gets a little harder. And let me tell you, if you ain't got SB Money Flow and you trying to do this, absolutely there are free websites for the government for you to find this information on. But it's going to take you quite a while. The government ain't built the way that we built things. It's not user friendly. We wanted everything to be very user friendly for you so you can move quick. Now that I got all the businesses that are graduating out of the 8A program in my own backyard that I can pull up on, knock on their door, send them flowers, cookies, cakes, take them out to dinner, whatever I need to do to wine and dine them and make them feel like I'm the best girl on the block. You know what I'm saying? I want them to want to love me because I love them. They about to make a whole lot of money with me. Okay. After I do that and I know who the players I want to go after, well, guess what else I'm going to do? I'm going to go to federal opportunities. I'm going to come right on down here to 8A. And I'm going to look for the opportunities that are in the 8A. And look, I'll take all these NAICS codes off. Let me take these NAICS codes off. Yeah. When you get involved with SB Money Flow, we always set things up to your NAICS codes, right? But if I'm focusing on 8A, I don't really care what a NAICS code is. That's not what I'm worrying about right now. Okay. I'm worrying about building the relationships up with the people who already got 8A contracts. And I don't care what they do. My 8A contract that's $4 million directly awarded to me was to clean the air. I don't know nothing about air, don't need to know nothing about air. I built the relationship up with the company who previously had it, and now that means I know about air. Right? So now I got 99 opportunities that are in the 8A space. The same companies that I'm looking to build the relationships with, well, once I start building a relationship, I'm saying, hey, I got opportunities that we should go look at. I know you're doing your own thing with the agencies that you're already working with, but hey, did you know this other opportunity was dropping in the same agency that you're already working at? Were you looking at it? Or I would say, hey, I know you've never done work with the Department of Energy before, but they're actually asking for the same exact work that you already do. And I'm your business development branch over in Department of Energy. The reason you probably wasn't over there is because you were at capacity for your business development. Well, I'm the new business development person for you. You're not paying me. I just want to build a solid relationship and we could go after this work right here. And I'm going to let the 8A company who already has their certification prime the opportunity. I'm going to be their sub so I can start the relationship with the company that's already winning $5 million. That way I can get rolled over their previous contracts and we can work on this contract right here that I should be getting 49% of because I bought the contract to the table instead of me partnering with you and you giving me one butt in the seat. That's how you build relationships. See, I'm coming to them with substance. I'm not coming to them looking like I'm begging. I'm saying, hey, I got some things for you that can help you and me out. And we can click right here on interactive report inside of SB Money Flow. And what'll happen is I can get all the documents so I don't have to keep jumping back and forth to sam.gov, but I can get all of the documents for those opportunities that are pulled right there. And now I can start storing those things over where I need to be. But by all means, you can still click on it. It'll take you straight to sam.gov where the opportunity is so you can read up on that. And just that simple, you have now created yourself a really, really nice 8A strategy. Hopefully I was able to answer you guys' questions. It's that simple right there. That's how you get involved with the 8A, and that's how you strategize the 8A. Any other way of doing that, I wouldn't advise it. Somebody else may. It just won't be me. All right. If you would like to get SB Money Flow, once again, you can visit sbmoneyflow.com. There is a tech learning curve here. If you're not trying to learn technology, don't come over here. All right, sbmoneyflow.com. We're not about to sit here and hold you by the hand and baby you and tell you, I'm not going to have pay for a team to build your stuff out for you for free. That's not what we about to do. If you're not willing to learn tech, do not get SB Money Flow. Okay. But if you are willing to learn technology, by all means, you've seen how I just click through the buttons. It's not that complicated. Okay. Then come on over here to SB Money Flow. What you're going to do is go to getting started. We got two plans right here. We got the Accelerate plan for $199 a month. That's really just going to give you the access to the GovCon marketplace, to your CRM, so you can stay updated and track the opportunities. And the Elevate plan is going to allow you to build your websites, your social media. You can run and manage that. You could do contracts right there. You're going to get everything that you need to run and operate a business and to automate tasks right here in the Elevate plan. This is the one that I would highly advise you guys to get. If you pay for it annually, I'll actually give you access, annual Elevate plan. Okay, I'll actually give you access to the 30-day challenge as well, completely for free included. And I'll give you access to my GovCon Cheat Codes University back office too when you pay the annual plan. And the reason that I'm doing that for Elevate, the reason I'm doing that is because you're willing to invest in yourself. And since you're willing to invest in yourself, I'll give you the other stuff that I got. Okay. So once again, that's the annual plan for Elevate that you get access to everything that I got to offer included in there. Other than that, you pay the monthly fee and you still will have tons and tons of resources to help get you rolling here. All right. Now let me open this up, see if I got any questions. Also, drop a fire emoji down there in the chat if you guys picked up any value out of tonight. That's the only way that I understand if you guys picked up anything that I put down for you. All right, let me see. Let me scroll through here and see if I got any questions. Oh, man. I seen that one right here. Yeah. So the Native Americans, Alaskan Natives, they don't graduate out of the 8A program, unfortunately. They can win $200 million contract. So also, if you go through this 8A stuff through your research and you see that an Alaskan Native or a Native American company has won a contract, been awarded a contract, don't pay that contract no mind. You're never going to get it, right? That's, Alaskan Native and Native American companies are the only ones that can really truly handle like $100 million+ 8A set aside contracts. And that's why they got it. And here, I'll tell you guys the truth behind that Alaska Native and Native American businesses. They're being ran by white men. It just is what it is. White men are running the Alaskan Native companies, the Native Americans. They're not owners of the company, but if you go look at the executive board, the people that's really making the decisions, it's white men. And the white men have other white men partner companies that they're working alongside each other, and that's how they're doing this $100+ million stuff. We try to argue it. It is what it is, but they figured out how to pimp the system on that one right there. So, I'm not here to complain. Well, I do complain, but I don't complain to y'all about it. I complain to the actual government, to the people who can actually change things. Y'all can't change nothing just like I can't change nothing. But what I will tell you to do is find an Alaskan Native or a Native American company and start the process of building a relationship. Because it ain't going to change just because you showed up. So do what you need to do to start building that relationship like today. In a video you did last week, you said something about not signing NDAs. Why is that? No. It's not signing NDAs. It's just NDAs. You need to go look up the ruling for NDAs and how they came down the pipeline. You need to double check your NDAs. Also, the thing with the NDAs, man, they're not gonna hold up anymore. So there's things that you got to write in bylaws and stuff like that to protect yourself from employees, right? But business to business, you get them to sign the NDA. And here's the thing. NDAs ain't really hold up anyways. Like, that's what I always try to remind people. You think you signed that NDA with another business and they won't do nothing. Okay, right? So this is why I tell you, anytime you build a relationship with another company, like, it's literally like you're getting married to them. You need to make sure you do your due diligence and don't just get out here free-willing, messing with every man or girl on the street, right? We don't want to do that in business either. We don't just want to mess with every business on the street. There's some bad looking businesses out here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They make you put your whole shield down because they look that sexy to you. You're like, oh, they would never do that to me, man. They love me like nobody else. They so beautiful. And then when you go to sleep, when you get relaxed, they strip you for everything that you got. Business is a nasty space, man. I need let me see. I was just trying to figure out how to find businesses like this to build my network for a team. Larry, I believe you got SB Money Flow. Come on, man. SB Money Flow already got it all in there. SB Money Flow is definitely something I need for my business. Absolutely. Look, I'm telling you, the Elevate plan will give you everything that you need. Your websites, calendars to schedule calls, book calls, people pay you. Automate your social media so you can stop playing around scrolling on Instagram all day long. I mean, you name it, automating tasks, it can be done in SB Money Flow. Do you know the benefits of a tribal 8A? Well, that was the main benefit that we talked about. They ain't graduating. That's the biggest benefits of tribal and Alaskan natives. They don't graduate. How I told you guys a certain amount of money will make you graduate, or 9 years will make you graduate. They ain't graduating. That's why you also want to have that relationship with a tribal company or an Alaskan native, because you may come across an opportunity that's for $100 million. And I'm telling you, you're going to need them on your team in order to win that $100 million contract. And 9 times out of 10, there's a $100 million opportunity. They looking at it themselves. That's why I'm telling you, anytime you see them looking at it, either you got one on your team or you just turn around and go the other way, because you can't compete. I have a barbershop that needs renovation before I get started. Well, that's what you say. I don't know what your barbershop renovation got to do with getting started. But I guess so. If that's what you believe, then that will hold true. But nothing stops anybody from winning a government contract, right? Anybody can get started right now. But if you count yourself out, then everything that you say holds true. You know what I'm saying? You don't even need money. I didn't say nothing about money other than buying my software, you know. But you can build the relationships up. If you can't handle the money, let the relationships do it. This is why I want you guys to be consultants. Consultants, I mean, you already approaching it saying, hey, I'm not going to be the lead dog. I'm going to find the lead dog. They going to take charge of the whole thing. And then I'm going to either get a finder's fee, bring it in as a subcontractor or something. But the lead dog going to take control. But you can't be a good consultant begging. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a good consultant just saying, hey, I showed up today. You guys need to partner with me. That's not being a good consultant. And if you don't know how to be a good consultant, get in our 30-day challenge, because that's all that we're going to be talking about. All right, I believe I answered every question that was put right there. Let me double check again. Said really about this GovCon, like only he not watching the NBA. Hey, man, look, NBA don't make me no money. You know what I'm saying? They don't make me no money. I don't care about them, just like they don't care about me. Just like I don't care about any president that's running, any politician. They don't care about me. I don't care about them either. Do I vote? Yes. After I vote, it is what it is. I'm going to pivot to whoever's in office so I can make some money. Outside of that, I don't give stuff attention that don't give me attention. It just is what it is, and y'all should do the same thing, man. Guess what's going to be on after I get off this call? Highlights of the game. I need to sit down there for hours. Outside of that, man, I appreciate you guys for showing up and showing out with me today. Drop a fire emoji down there in the chat if you guys picked up anything that I put down tonight. Don't forget, make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, hit that share button. Do you offer the 30-day challenge replays? I do after the 30-day challenge is over with. We offer the replays for $197 if you would just like the replays. But since we got one coming up June the 2nd, I'm taking it away for right now. Outside of that, again, I do appreciate each and every one of you all. We will be here tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. again while the playoffs are going on. And we'll be going over features of SB Money Flow. I'm not quite sure which feature I'm going to do exactly. I'm going to go inside of my private group of SB Money Flow and see what they say they need some assistance with, and that will probably be what we go over. Outside of that, again, I appreciate every single one of you guys for showing up, showing out. Last but not least, if you need some mental help, right? You need to get that mindset right. You need to take yourself to the next level mentally. I highly advise you guys to follow us over on Clubhouse. each and every morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time zone, 5:30 PST. What's that, Pacific? I don't know my stuff. But 5:30 that West Coast time. We are live on Clubhouse going over our affirmations and gratitude. And I truly do believe that is the best way to take your mindset to another level. We just got some amazing individuals over there. So definitely check us out on Clubhouse there. How often do you meet in a 30-day challenge? We meet every Tuesday and Thursday. Every Tuesday and Thursday we meet for a month, but you're going to get daily tasks. Every day you're going to get video task and training by me. I will say this 30-day challenge is going to be a little different because I've added some features inside of Pure Money AI that I'm going to have you guys do instead of manually having you guys do things. We're just going to use the AI to knock it out very, very quickly. In that 30-day challenge too, you'll get access to SB Money Flow during that challenge about 15 days in, or it'll be faster this time around. But you'll be able to access SB Money Flow and Pure Money AI to jumpstart you so you can move fast through this stuff, as well as the GovCon Marketplace. And you'll be able to get my GovCon Cheat Codes University access to that as well while you go through this challenge. So you're going to have a lot of stuff to do. I'm not going to lie to you. I highly advise you, if you aren't willing to set aside at least an hour a day, you probably shouldn't get into this challenge. Because once again, I don't be feeling sorry for people. I had to do a whole lot more work than what y'all had to do when I first got started out in this business. So I don't like to hear the crying and complaining that people do. I don't want to hear about you don't know technology and all that. Well, your ass better learn technology or you get left behind. That's just how it goes. I don't baby people. So don't join the program if you're looking for somebody to baby you, because I promise you I'll be the last one. Outside of that, I love you all. I appreciate you. Never used AI. Don't worry about it. When I say my AI, I ain't really asking you to build the AI. All you're going to be doing is answering some questions inside of my AI. I've already programmed it and built it out for you. So you ain't got to worry about that one. But I got to get out of here, guys, because I do got to catch some of the NBA finals. I do got some money on the line for this bet. I like to catch that fourth quarter and make sure I ain't sweating too much right now. But outside of that, I love you all, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs, business owners that you know need to find out how the heck do they get their business started in this government space and get their 8A certification. Don't forget, when the music goes off, y'all know what it is. This goes off. I love you all. I hope that y'all have a blessed night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
It's just different.
Yeah. You already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, you gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need, we believe we got a lot. I give a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. Said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money. Been slept on, money never stepped on. We increasing positivity until the stress gone. Satan tried to hold the squad back, but we kept on. We ain't making this up, no Revlon. I ain't tryna make you blush, but this a highlight. We send the high vibes, homie, this a high life. We rising far above the game, that's a flyby. But we still connected to the source, that's that Wi-Fi. Reception, now we answer the call. This squad taking questions and we answer them all. We don't wanna see you fall, we wanna see you ball. We all gon' eat with the peeps, we gon' feed them all. Couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. I said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure.